Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo, on LCameraTV, make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, I gotta talk to y'all about a few things. Obviously, Mel Kiper dropped his new mock draft, and he's saying who we think we should draft, and I want to talk about that. And also, there's been a little rumor as far as what Panthers gonna do in the offseason that I definitely can tell you guys about. So let's get started. Now to start things off, I want to talk about Mel Kiper's mock draft pick for us, his recent mock draft. Now, last time, obviously, you guys, Mel Kiper mocked us with a Billy Price, which is a guard out of Ohio State, and obviously, I was furious about it. I didn't like the pick. Main reason because I wanted to keep Andrew Norwell, because he's an All-Pro and I think he's a baller. Which I'm happy to say that, from the reports I'm reading, Graham Gano's most likely going to get franchise tagged, where they're going to try to work out a deal with Andrew Norwell. They don't want to pay him the $14 million that he would have got from the franchise tag. That's why they didn't tag him, whatever. But they are going to try to work out a deal so they can pay him like around 10 to 11 million, which is, a general guard, pay. The highest guard paying now, Kevin Zelter, whatever, is getting paid like 10 million. So they're trying to be around that ballpark. But, the latest mock draft that Mel Kiper did, he gave us James Washington from Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, he's better. He's in a better position now. He's looking at receiver, which I'm definitely for. I want us to get a receiver, but James Washington, I'm not too sure about. You know what I'm saying? And like if I had my druthers, obviously I would get Calvin Ridley. But I do understand that they want us to get a speedy receiver, which is cool and all that. But I thought that's what we got Curtis Samuel for. I think Curtis Samuel could fill that role, running a 4.31 like he did in the combine, and he was playing pretty good before he got injured too. So I don't think getting another speed receiver is gonna help us in that in that aspect, whatever. Especially because we got Demir Bird, who also is another speedy receiver and played really well before he got injured too. So to me, I would rather get maybe a Cortland Sutton or Deion Kane from Clemson. Just get a bigger receiver, or I'll even go for a later round Corey Robeson. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we need a 6'1", 6'2" receiver, whatever. That's not slow. It can create separation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Devin Funchess's biggest issue. It's creating separation. That can create separation, but it's not too small. We can't really do jump balls and stuff like that, whatever. Now I heard a lot of people talking about Christian Kirk, who they're saying might be the next Steve Smith, whatever, in the second, third. And I don't know, man. I don't buy into that next Steve Smith thing, man. I think Steve Smith was one of a kind. I think we're never going to get another receiver like him again. And to be searching for a receiver that's like him is stupid to me. Because I think the reason why he was so great is because the chip on his shoulder he had. And I don't think a lot of these kids are going to have that chip on their shoulder. So I am for his mindset. But if I was going to choose somebody, I would probably choose either Cortland Sutton or Deion Kane. More so Deion Kane. I think he's a better product, but definitely the Cortland Sutton or Deion Kane. The trepidation I have with Cortland Sutton is that they keep on mocking him with Des Bryant, and right now Des Bryant is not a top receiver. So I'm more leaning towards Deion Kane. I'd rather us get Deion Kane than James Washington. So that's how I feel about the Mel Kiper draft pick. His recent mock draft. I feel like Deion Kane would be in a better slot for us instead of a James Washington. But, that's how I feel about it. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is that there's been some rumblings, Ian Rappaport reported that some teams are looking to trade for Jarvis Landry, whatever, and one of those teams might be the Panthers. Now, for me, I would be ecstatic. I would be so happy if we get Jarvis Landry because he's a great route runner. He's great at catching the ball. He was the, main reason why, the freaking AFC won the Pro Bowl, whatever, because of his great catching and everything, whatever. And he can create separation with his speed. He's just an all-around good player, all-around good receiver. He kind of got overshadowed in LSU because of Odell Beckham, but he's very good also. And I think he'll be the perfect problem solver for our issues as far as receiver goes. And also Sammy Watkins is another person they said we might go after, whatever. Because of his speed and his separation ability. But I would much rather Jarvis Landry. I think Jarvis Landry is more consistent. He's been having high number of receptions for a long time, and I think he's just a better player. I would much rather, I mean, me personally, I would much rather have Jarvis Landry than a receiver from the draft, because don't get me wrong, I like these receivers in the draft: Deion Kane, Courtland Sutton, Christian Kirk, and Corey Robinson or whatever, or whoever it is. I like these guys, but I would rather have a product that I've seen on the field already than a product that's question mark, and especially because we already have our speedster, in my opinion, and Curtis Samuel, and even if he gets injured, we got Demir Bird. I think this would be the best course of action for the Panthers. Hopefully, Marty Hurney would get it together and make this deal happen somehow. And especially if we can get a receiver from free agency or a trade, whatever, then we can spend our first draft pick on something else, like a Mike McGlinchey, whatever, from Notre Dame, the offensive tackle. I think he'll be really good for us. And then once we get him, and we could basically cut Matt Khalil next year and just have him plug and play in the tackle position, and we'll save a bunch of money too. So for me, I'm all for it. I really hope we get Jarvis Landry. We'll see what happens, but I really, really hope we get Jarvis Landry, man. I think he will revolutionize our team. I think he'll be the perfect safety blanket for Cam Newton besides Greg Olsen. And I think he's a versatile receiver that can do anything, run all the routes in the route tree, go vertical. He has great hands. I think it would be perfect for our team. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Marty Hurney can make something happen. I don't really expect much from Marty Hurney. You guys probably know how I feel about him already, but let's see him work his magic. If he can get some stuff done, then I'll definitely be the first one to be like, I was wrong. But we'll see what happens, man. Now, for me, if I was the general manager for the Carolina Panthers, if I was Marty Hurney, I would, and I understand I don't want to be in Cap Hell anymore, but I would have to go for broke. Because, Jarvis Landry is a great talent. I think he will really change our franchise or whatever. And I think we have a really good core of guys. And with Cam Newton, with Luke Kuechly, with, Thomas Davis and Charles Johnson and Greg Olsen and a bunch of other players, And I don't want to waste this, opportunity we have, especially because Thomas Davis is probably going to retire. He's going to plan on retiring soon, and Ryan Khalil plan on retiring soon. All these guys are going to leave. I think that nucleus we got to capitalize on it now. We have a very small window of, to be a Super Bowl contender. And I think if we traded and got Jarvis Landry, and then drafted that Mike McGlinchey guy from Notre Dame, as our left tackle, and get us a safety like a Justin Reed that's coming out or whatever, or Ronnie Harris or whatever, from Alabama. Get us a safety, and just do a few little tinkering and doing little things here and there. I think we could be a Super Bowl contender. I think our team would be really good, and I think if Marty Hurney's smart, he would maximize, our small window now. He would maximize it, because the more we wait, the more teams get better. The more people get older, the more people we have to pay, contracts to and everything like that. So I think we definitely need to maximize our time. And guys, I also wanted to ask you guys, who you think would have been a better trade for? Because we still got Martavis Bryant out there who you probably could trade for, and there's some other players that you probably could get, from trade. Do you think Jarvis Landry would be the best fit for that? Because I'm not gonna lie, I think Jarvis Landry is a phenomenal player, and I think he would be the perfect solution for us. But that's just my opinion. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section. Do you think we should draft a receiver or trade for one? Do you think James Washington is the best case scenario for the Panthers, or do you like another receiver out of the draft, or do which one do you prefer? Because me personally, I would prefer Jarvis Landry first, and if you can't get Jarvis Landry, then I would prefer to get Deion Kane over James Washington, because the speed aspect is good and all stuff like whatever, but we already drafted a speedster last year, and I think they keep on thinking the next speedster is going to be, Steve Smith, and I don't see that happening. So get in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think, whatever. Let's get this dialogue started, and I will see you guys next time.